This right here is the new temporary home with both cats. Hi, welcome to my channel, My New Me, where you get to watch as I try to make sense out of the chaos that has become my life and my home. How lucky are you? Why are you hiding, baby? I turned the camera on and Tally went running under the chair. Why is she hiding? Huh? You know, I'm not gonna clean you. Here. What? And we would clean. Give an update while I'm cleaning. Hi. Yeah, what do you think? My new temporary life. So different from anything I've experienced before, and yet so much the same. Somebody grabbed hold of the roll of paper towels. Who did that? Do we know who did that? Maybe too much the same. Sock. 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 3 socks. 2 of them are maids. Don't know where the third one is. This was once a sock. It's a rice bag that you microwave and use as a heating pad. So that helps. Yeah, some things will never change. My socks, the cats, and my consistency. This little update video may end up being quite lengthy. So much has changed, and yet it seems like not a whole lot has been accomplished. And yet in some ways it feels like a lot has been accomplished. Yeah. I have 2 sleeping kitties right now. I have been sufficiently napped, fresh cup of coffee in front of me, and many, many words to share with you. What was that? Hey, silly. It's so funny when she makes that noise. It reminds me of when my son was a little man, and he'd go flying by me wearing a cape going vroom, vroom, and she kind of does the same thing, kitty style. So now that I've spent a whole lot of time saying a whole lot of nothing, let's get on with the update. Back in the beginning of time, alright, not that far back. Back in the beginning of last month, you know that we went to court and we were trying to get more time before we had to be out of the house. And the judge said that unfortunately he could not do that. Oh yeah? Well, let's do a flashback to Thursday evening. That was my flashback transition thingy. I'm getting quite proud of my editing, if I call them skills, fumbles. It's more like I fumble my way into it. After the hearing, the boy and I talked a lot. And then he went to work, and I wandered around the yard for a little bit. It's really just trying to wrap my mind around everything. And I've never been evicted before. I've never been homeless before. And I was just trying to get myself mentally and emotionally into a place where I could actually function and accomplish things. And apparently I was trying to climb into the bushes too. Actually, Addie was in there playing hide and seek on me, and I found her. And I was calling for heathen some more. That is the part of this that just breaks my heart more than anything else. There has still been no sign of him anywhere. When we moved out, I went to the library and printed up a bunch of flyers with his pictures and our phone number and emails and anything I could think of, and we put it in the mailboxes of all of our neighbors, hoping somebody would see something and let us know. But there has been no sign, and I don't know what else to do. I've contacted every group, every online group, everything I could think of. Many of you have made wonderful suggestions on how to find him, and I've done all those. I just don't know what else to do. But it worries me. I mean, it's been cold. We've had some very, very cold days and nights. We've had some snow flurries. And it just breaks my heart to think that he may be out in that. So I am just hoping with every ounce of everything I have that someone has taken him in and that he is warm and well fed and being cuddled when he wants and left alone when he wants, and that he's happy where he's at. And that's, I mean, you guys know how I am about my cats. I just really, really hope that he's safe and healthy and happy somewhere. And now, believe it or not, I'm looking for eagles. I had remembered that one of the neighbors told my son that he saw a couple of eagles in our backyard in the trees. So I'm looking to see if I can find the eagles. But since then, we've been keeping an eye on the little girl being out there. I don't think an eagle could carry Tally off because, let's face it, she weighs almost 40 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds. She's a little load. But Addie, it's possible. So we've been keeping an eye on her. And that was Thursday night. Friday morning was back to reality and time to get some work done. And man, was I productive. I was quite proud of myself. I spent the whole day on the phone and the internet. I'm not sure if it's really that helpful. I rented a U-Haul for the middle of the next week. I contacted a storage unit place and made plans to meet them to rent a unit to store our home. I scheduled for all the utilities to be shut off for the next week. We confirmed move-in days and times with the boys' new roomies, the cats' new roomies, and my new roomies. And the boy contacted some friends to borrow their muscles during the move, which was a huge help. And I rescheduled the procedure I was supposed to have later that next week. I wasn't even going to try it in the midst of moving. That's my leg. I need my britches. Those are my britches. And I packed up what I would need to live for the next few weeks. All my toiletries, clothes, medical stuff. I even packed some crafty stuff to keep me busy. Found a sock. Yes, I am still a 4-year-old. Some things will never change. I packed what the cats would be taking with them that wouldn't need over the next week. I even packed toiletries for the boy. Figured he could do his own clothes. I was overachieving like mad. I don't know why. Did you see her? You didn't see her. Tally keeps going up under that chair and hiding. And you want to talk about overachieving? I then packed my entire bedroom. Many of you commented about how good it was that this happened after I'd done all my cleaning. And you are so very, very right. Literally, it took me 20 minutes to pack my entire bedroom. That's all it took. 20 minutes. I've been writing thank you cards, so I have all my stuff over here. I did record that whole thing, but I cannot find that clip anywhere. I think when I was drugged up and getting over the anesthesia and stuff, I was tired. I was doing some, I don't know, crazy crap with my videos. I don't know. I even did some laundry on Friday so we could start out with all clean clothes. I was determined to keep it up. I had like this whole powerhouse thing going on that day. Very productive. The boy had to work Friday night, but he had Saturday night off. So we had this whole plan of what we were going to do and get done. Everything was going to be packed that we wouldn't need for the next week so that we would be ready with as little muss and fuss and stress as possible. That's just lovely, isn't it? Is that lovely, little girl? Eviction? Who's afraid of an old eviction? Psst, we were ready for you. Bring it. There's my Brett. I was looking for that. Wonder how that got on the floor. What do you think? And then Saturday morning happened. You know, thriller movies and TV shows when the music will go dun dun dun. Yeah, Saturday morning was a dun 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 moment. That'll teach me to get all cocky and full of myself and in your face to life. So, Saturday morning, to be more specific, 5:30 a.m. Saturday morning. The boy was working and I was sleeping. I would like to put you here, but I don't know if you're going to stay there or be bounced all over because of little monster girl. And I was woken by a knock on the door. My first thought was the boy got out of work early and I'd locked him out. So I jumped out, hurried to the front door, opened the door, turned the light on, and there stood a sheriff. 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I know I keep belaboring that point, but seriously, who does that? Well, he does, apparently. And apparently it's okay that he does. Kitchen is clean. This works out pretty good. Come on. Down from there. So, at 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, I was served with a 72-hour eviction notice. Way before anything was ever supposed to happen. Way before the judge said anything would happen. However, the sheriff, who was very nice, very understanding, when I explained everything to him and showed him all of our paperwork, said that there really wasn't a whole lot they could do. Their hands were pretty much tied, since that was their last executable order, and that was the order they would have to follow. I have a couple of dishes, not many, which means they could lock the door at 5:30 on Tuesday morning and not let us back in. He strongly recommended that we go to the court as soon as we could and, say, hey, what gives? However, he also very strongly suggested that we be prepared either way. He said it's very possible that we could get a different judge who just didn't want to be bothered, or who knows what could happen. So to be on the safe side, he suggested we be ready no matter what. The biggest problem we had was that Monday was Columbus Day, which meant that the courthouse was closed on Columbus Day. So nobody would be in to help us until 9 a.m. Tuesday morning, when we had to be out of the house at 5:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. So that sort of was a great big no help whatsoever. And can you say hello, panic mode? Yes, it hit us. After I told the boy about it when he got home from work, we walked and talked and thought in circles for a while, bumbled around and bounced off the walls and each other and the cats. No, that's hot. Okay. Yeah, why don't you get on down now, okay? Go on. Okay, come on down, baby. Down. Down. Good girl. Then got our heads on straight and decided to actually start functioning. All those plans and arrangements I was so proud of making on Friday were then unmade and remade, and thus ensued a mad rush of phone calls and website visits. I don't think they need your nose. Oh, no. What do you think? The guy from the storage unit very kindly agreed to meet me on Saturday, his day off, to fill out the paperwork and give me the key. That was a huge lifesaver. We could not move up our U-Haul reservation. They had nothing available in the area. The next closest truck that they had available was an hour away. And at $20 a day and 99 cents a mile.
What's happening with that?
That was a little too financially painful for us.
She knows there's a way to turn it on. Just can't figure out.
However, the boy was able to get a hold of a friend who has a trailer that he can pull behind his vehicle. That guy was a godsend. He worked his tail off. He was there at 9 a.m. Monday morning and did not leave till 7 or 8 that night when we were completely done. And he didn't just haul the heavy stuff. He packed, he cleaned, he swept, he organized. I really have to remember to adopt that kid. So, got my dirty laundry down there. My backpack that I am living out of has like my folding and grungy clothes. Hanging clothes. It's a pretty nice room. It comes with an ironing board and iron. And it's almost time to do laundry again. The boy's been coming over once a week to do my laundry for me. The boy will do the litter box and sweep the floor and do all the garbage for me when he comes soon. Peek, where'd you go? I saw you. And the boy and I spent the rest of the weekend packing and cleaning and sorting. Cat food station? Yes, 4 bowls of water. Taylor does drink a lot of water. That's all the stuff I brought with me and came with the cats when they moved in with me, which I'll explain later. It's Taylor's bed. I keep that coverage for her to lay on, so where is she right now? Yep. Hey, little glowing kitty eyes. What are you doing? Are you sprawled there? And cat toys. Cat toys everywhere. What do you think, Taylor? You think you're cute, that's what I think. And there's a cute little girl. What you doing there? Yeah? However, my glorious plans of neatly organized and labeled and purged packed boxes went out the window. We're at the stage where it was shove it where it'll fit in a box so that we can get it out of here. We did do some purging. There were some big things that we just were not going to take with us. And by the time we were invaded by family and friends on Monday, both bedrooms, the laundry room, the living room, the garage, some of the basement, and every closet in the house was packed. All that was left was the kitchen and some random things here and there, and the rest of the basement. I think we did pretty good considering. It was funny, we both just randomly say, we should do the kitchen now. Then we go and do something else. I see a kitty butt. We both were just kept putting it off, dreaded doing that room. I wonder where Addie went. Peek, I see you. They are both so much happier now that they're here. I see the kitty butt. And then we were invaded. And everybody was asking where to do what and what to do with this and that and the other thing. And by the time that day was over, I was mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. It's a little creepy when someone's out in the hallway, all of a sudden they'll both jerk their heads toward the door. So I just have one question. Is it better? Yep, we're doing another flashback. I'm having fun with these. So we were here doing everything all at once, and all of a sudden, everybody is gone. So, really, I don't know what happened. It's so confusing. That's empty, but you never even got to see that a mess. This is empty except for the bed and the mirror. And that's what I'm going to live out of for the month. Almost empty, not quite.
What's up?
I'm talking to the camera. I'm filming the transition. I was like working all day long, and is it really better? And that would be why they did it. Who's there?
Me.
Hi. Who's there?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, you're my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's bitter out there.
I heard it was.
It's snowing out an awful night.
So he was petting one, and the other had to flop on his hand, saying, "You have to pet me too, the same way." These two love their boy. I kind of think they missed him a little more than they missed me. Keep your face and your shirt out of it. Your badge. Might be a little jealous about it. Might, a little. Did you miss him? Not really. Mm-hmm. So Monday night, we were completely packed and out of the house. Everything we were not taking with us, we decided to throw away, or we just didn't want anymore, was in the driveway. There, you have to pet here, and then pet here, and then pet here.
Jealous button.
Oh, look at somebody. To contortion yourself to get them both just right.
Yeah, right.
I posted an ad on Craigslist saying free stuff in driveway, and then we went back Tuesday morning. Whatever was left over, we took to the dump. You must have had your hands on something last night, but were you cooking food or something at work?
Mm-hmm. Can I help you? The popcorn you taste?
Oh, I'll betcha.
Butter. I washed my hands like 10 times since I've had it.
Aww. Addie, why don't you leave her alone? She's getting cuddles. She doesn't need you. Look at her. She's just sprawled. I wish we'd brought the brush.
Mm-hmm.
Can your tattoo be in the video?
Yeah, I don't care.
Can you be in the video?
I don't mind it.
Really? Oh, good. Because you know what? People want to see you.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Alright.
We didn't think the landlord would be too mad about us hauling the garbage away. And we weren't entering the house, just on the driveway. I was amazed at how much stuff was gone. We had that driveway pretty full. And almost everything was gone, just a few random scattered stuff. Oh, yeah, you need to do this side.
Okay.
What was that?
Hey, no, that's fine.
Hey, if someone else can get good use out of stuff that we no longer wanted, that's pretty awesome. So, that was the move. The fun, not so fun part of the move. On Sunday, the cats' new roomies had picked them up and all their paraphernalia. They were so scared and so confused. I felt awful for them. Monday night, the boy stayed with his new roomies. I, however, had my own little personal drama going on. As if this entire thing hasn't been my own personal drama. Maybe she'll nap all day now and
Right.
leave me alone. Honey, you're gonna fall off. The family that I was supposed to stay with had their own situation arise, which made it impossible for me to stay with them. And I did not find out about this until 3 o'clock on Monday. Because of the short notice, they very, very kindly paid for a motel room for me for Monday night. However, thus ensued a mad round of phone calls throughout the move on Monday. Says no. Says, did I tell you to do that? No, I'm going to lay here. What was that? Everybody said yes, of course, which was awesome. But it was a lot of, she can stay in my son's room until he comes back from his father's, and then she can sleep on the couch. She can stay in my daughter's bed until whatever. Then it was, who's going to pick me up from where to take me to the other place. And all night I had these horrible visions of me standing in someone's driveway.
Hey, Patty.
Smooches. You're gonna be in trouble. Hi. She's doing that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I just had this fear that someone would mess up the schedule, most likely me, and I would end up standing there waiting and waiting for a ride that wasn't coming. I don't know. I think I had my first full-on, full-blown panic attack. So the boy and I talked. Well, he talked, and I tried not to cry. And we ended up paying for 2 more nights for me in this motel room, just to kind of give me a chance to get caught up on my rest and caught up on my mental strength, maybe. So, long story, not really short. Over the next couple of days, I managed to talk to the manager, and he was willing to give us a really good extended stay rate. So I extended the stay for 2 weeks, thinking that would take me beyond my procedure, and then we could go with staying with different people once I recuperated from that. Again, my mind was not in a good place, and I had these horror stories of me being sick on someone's couch, or because I've had this procedure several times before, and sometimes I'm great after it, other times I'm not so great after it. And I think my mind was just playing every worst case scenario there was. And I don't know, when you're sick, you don't want friends of a friend or a relative you see once every 6 months taking care of you. Well, I don't anyway. Kelly's foot. Hey, you aren't fooling anyone. You aren't really reaching for the feather thing. So, in this room, the boy could come and there's another bed so he could stay with me at the procedure, help me, just where I'm much more comfortable. And so that was that. I ended up staying here for 2 more weeks. And the people here are just so nice. They tend to keep an eye on me when they don't see me for a while. They go to the boys' work and say, hey, haven't seen your mom. Have you checked on her? One of my health setbacks required a middle-of-the-night ambulance trip. Kelly says I was laying here all nice and peaceful. And of course they knew about it, and they called the boy the next day to see how I was doing, and if he needed help with anything, with cats or anything like that. They're just super, super nice people. Boy kitten, yeah. You getting boy snuggles? And it's very close to the boy's work. He can walk it in 5 minutes. So if I need something or need help with something, he can come over on his lunch hour before or after work really quick and help me out. That in itself is huge. And then 2 things happened at once. We thought we found a place, and I discovered that this motel will take pets. Yay on both. Hey, you don't have to lick your butt right in front of the camera. So I talked to the manager, and he gave us a good deal on the pet price for the first week. And in all honesty, he has not charged us for the cats at all for the rest of the time. Mainly because he said, we're doing our own cleaning.
The broom in here?
No, it's out in that closet. You can just go get it, though. They aren't having to do a single thing for the cats. The weekend housekeeper comes in every Sunday to change the bedding and clean the bathroom for me. It's funny because she spends 10 minutes cleaning and 20 minutes playing with Addie and chatting with me. Like I said, super, super nice people. Yeah, that door doesn't stay open unless you put the garbage in front of it.
Realize I just spent all night doing this,
I know, and it's so nice of you to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So you were practicing last night for helping tonight. Me this morning. How was that?
Okay.
It's the sole reason why I had him, gave birth to him, raised him. Well, that and the cheesecake he just brought me. So, why are the cats with me now, you ask? I'll tell you, I say. They were not doing well where they were at all. Those poor people tried their best to make them happy, keep them comfortable, but it just was not working out. They have cats and dogs, and these 2 just were not getting along with them. The only mops they have here are those giant mops in the big buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe,
I can do that one day. That's what I use at work.
yeah, that's a lot too.
You don't even fill it up super full.
Yeah. I was thinking just getting some Clorox wipes or something and,
But you have to be on your hands and knees doing it.
yeah.
I can get that real quick with that mop. Some point.
Okay. Thank you. I wish I could vacuum.
Right.
So when we could, we brought them here. It took them a few days to calm down,
Where's that?
but as you can see, they're back to where they were before. I'm trying, sorry. Sorry. I was getting in the way of his cleaning and being a very, very bad camera operator. And it wouldn't let me cut it out. So, sorry. Empty the dustpan before you tell it. Not that I need to tell you what, you know.
I wasn't going to.
I know. And then telling them what to do. Don't normally have that much garbage, but we were looking for some papers that we knew were either in that tub or the desk. Tub you saw in the laundry room cleaning video. So the boy emptied the desk into a box and brought that and the tub over, and I sorted through them all and threw a lot of it away. And now he's taking them all out to the dumpster. They've pretty much given us free reign to the cleaning closet, the dumpster, whatever we want. It's pretty nice. And now that mess is done. Look at that, the room's clean. Are you guys exhausted from? And now let's flash back to the next chapter of this sorry saga. Great news from my procedure. We learned that there was a thing that was causing my problem, which is huge. No more doctors treating me like it's all in my head. We also learned that they fixed this one. Doubly huge. They have found these things that were wrong in the past and could never fix them. So the fact that they could fix this one is just amazing, even though it did mean hospital stay number 2. Another big discovery from these hospital stays.
Where's your camera? Why's your flash on? Oh, I'm recording already.
Is that the boy will no longer be allowed to use the camera, especially with a sister face and hands nearby. So they fixed the thing. Yay! But in fixing the thing, they broke another thing. Boo. However, this other thing will fix itself eventually, and already it is so much better. But it did require hospital stay number 3. You can imagine how happy I was about that. Yes, no more camera for the boy. So then we had a week and a half of outpatient tests and doctor's appointments and all of that fun stuff. Oh, and many naps for me. Hopefully soon I will be back to where I was 6 months ago when I started this YouTube journey. Say hi to the sister feet. She's had a lot of waiting room time with me. So we are on the road to recovery. Time to get a home now. I'll be honest with you, like I haven't been honest all the way up till now. The home hunt has sort of taken a back burner, or at the very least a side burner, in the midst of all my health issues. But we are going back at it full force. The one we thought we had ended up being a no-go. When I spoke to the secretary, she said yes to cats, not a problem. When we went there to look at the place and hopefully sign and give them money for it, the manager said no, absolutely no pet. So that was a waste of high hope. So we are saving and hunting. Actually, just the other day, the boy and I, we were feeling like we were wasting a lot of money and not accomplishing anything. However, we are actually spending much less in our current situation than we were in the house, surprisingly. Even with the boy paying his friends some money to help offset the cost of him living there. And with the manager now giving us an amazing monthly rate for this room. What, do you want to talk? I'll come up and talk. Not be on the keyboard, alright? I'm in charge here, not you. She disagrees. And with the help and support from you amazing people, for which we are very, very thankful. Thankful and in awe. We have been able to get and stay caught up on our bills and have, hopefully by the time we find a place, we will have enough for all of the move-in expenses. Because, you know, it's first and last month's rent, security deposit, generally have to pay a deposit for electricity, heat, all of that. So again, thank you very much. And we are working towards it. Maybe soon we'll have a home again. And even though we are still officially homeless, we are not out in the streets, and there are those who have it much, much worse than we do. We are warm, we're safe, we're comfortable, we are much happier than we could be, much happier than we have been, and very hopefully on the road to being healthier. So, next topic, plans for my channel. I'm sorry, plans for Addie's channel, because we all know it's all about her, isn't it, little girl? I am not abandoning it. I am not going to stop recording. I am not going to stop sharing. I love the interaction with you people. I really, really am enjoying doing this. And honestly, your comments and messages and emails are probably the biggest reasons I did not sink back into depression with all of this. You and the boy, you are my heroes. And if you managed to make it this long throughout this entire, very long, very wordy video, thank you, you're a saint. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but that has been my life for the past month and a half, almost 2 months. Wow. I honestly am reaching the point where I miss my sit at home and do nothing and go nowhere for a month at a time life. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So they're going to have their num-nums, and I'll have my num-nums, because it's very good for my health. Very good for my diet. It is the best in the world. And I can't talk anymore. I have a cheesecake to eat. Sorry. Thank you again for watching and listening. Take care and toodles.